how's it going? I hope all of you are doing well. First, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Alexa Cindy and I'm student at Bina Sarana Informatika University. I'm majoring in information system and actually I'm currently in my first semester. Today I will invite you to learn about simple present continuous tense. Wait, I know most all of you are already studied this lesson in your high school or junior high school, but let's bond up on again about this lesson so you can remembering and you know how to use the simple present continuous tense. I never make it boring, so let's studying with me. Without wasting any time, let's move on. I'm reading a book. I know we will learn together about simple present continuous tense. Just imagine when you tell to your friend, what are you doing right now? That is simple present continuous tense. Wanna know more? Let's move on to the next slide. Present continuous tense. According to text, the word present refers to present time. So, the definition of the present continuous tense is a tense form that you can use to explain something or state an action that is happening during the certain period in the present time. This tense is also known as present progressive tense. Progressive here has the same meaning as continuous, which can be interpreted as continuing, repeated, or happening. This present continuous tense functions to indicate an activity or something that is happening now, often happen, and can be done on or continue to the future. Alright, if we see the text, we know that present continuous tense is an activity that we doing right now or at the moment. Can you imagine when you see your friends and you're wondering what she or he doing? Just asking, what are you doing? And if she or he answer your question, she say with use present continuous tense. For the simple, it's when you tell to someone what are you doing right now, it starts from the past and continuing at the present time, and probably you're doing that activity for the future, and it's temporary or not forever, or just have start and the end. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. When can we use present continuous tense? Present continuous tense have a verb of time. It means the progressive tense gives the idea that an action is in progress during a particular time. The tense say that an action begins before, is in the progress during, and continuing after another time or action. The adverb of times in continuous tense present is divided into two. Let's see the example here. John is sleeping right now, and then I need an umbrella because it is raining. The students are sitting at their desks right now. The present progressive This present progressive express an activity that is in the progress at the moment of speaking. It's a temporary activity that began in the past, is continuing at the present, and will probably end at the some point in the future. In the example, we can see that uh, first kind of adverb of time continuous tense. It's an activity that starts from the past and continuing at the present, and it will be continue at the some point in the future. The second one, let's see the example. I am taking 5 courses this semester. John is trying to improve his work habits, and then Susan is writing another book in this year. Let's see the explaining. Often the activity is a general nature or activity that she's doing for the several time, something generally in progress this week, this month, this year. Let's see the last example. Susan is reading another book this year. The sentence means that reading books is a general activity. Is general activity from Susan is engaged in at the present, and then but it does mean that the moment of speaking she said that she will reading another book this year. It's not mean that she's sitting at her desk with her pen in hand when she tell about that. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. The simple present continuous tense have a formula that is structure is first subject and then to be and then verb and plus ing. The formula of present continuous tense have three kinds. First, positive sentence. Second is negative sentence, and then interrogative sentence. Let's see the subject first. Subject in English is part of a sentence that indicate who or what is performing the action or the main focus of the conversation. Subject here is very important in every tense in English because without subject, the information it doesn't clear or not complete, right? And it is usually a noun, pronoun, or phrase that act as the main actor in the sentence. And usually the subject is um, like who are talking, who are doing the action. The subject of a sentence is usually a pronoun like I, you, he, she, it, we, or they, or a noun like person, place, or thing. There are three main types of pronouns based on who's speaking. Uh, First is first person. This is when you're talking about yourself to someone. For example, I'm learning English, you're studying English, I'm talking to you, you're listening to me. That is a example from first person. The second one is second person. It's when you talk about it's when you talk with someone, like if for example like you're reading a book, you're watching a Netflix, you're going to bioscope. It's just have two actor in the two person or two thing in that time in the situation. And then the last one is third person. It's when you uh it's when you talking about something about someone. It's like she is reading a book, or they are studying English in the class, something like that. And don't forget, in the continuous tense, subject must have a to be here for, it's a conjunction between subject to verb. For example, pronoun I, it's have to be am, like I am eating, I am sleeping. It's give the information that the activity is happen right now. And we have we pronoun have to be are, you have to be are too, they also have to be are. You, we, and they have the same to be, that is are. And then the last one is she, he, it have the same to be. The pronoun she, he, it have to be is, like she is, he is, it is a third person in, it is a third kind of third person. For example, like she is reading, he is watching, it is jumping, like that. Okay, next. Did you notice that when I'm talk about continuous tense, it's always verb plus ing in the end of the verb? The ing form is of a verb in the present continuous tense or present progressive tense indicate an ongoing action happening at the present moment. This form is created adding adding ing to the base form of the verb, like swimming, cooking, sleeping, walking, eating. It's give an information that is that activity is ongoing right now and happening right now and still continuing for the future time. But be careful, every verb it's have a different rule for each other, because like swim, if you're add the ing in the back of swim, it's need a double m in the middle, like swimming. But cooking, it doesn't need double k in the middle. You just to remember again what rules about the verb plus ing, right? Okay, next, see three kind sentence of continuous tense, present continuous tense. First is positive sentence. It used to describe an action that is currently happening right now at this very moment, structure as at this very moment. It means that positive sentence, it's when you're tell to someone or when you're see something, it's happening right now at this moment, that is positive sentence from uh, from present continuous tense. Structure of positive sentence, it's subject, verb plus ing, and like I told you before, the positive sentence, it's just present continuous tense. For example, I'm reading a story, or you are reading a book, like that. And i i have I have done it to explain you that positive. Okay, next to the, oh, one more. You can add the complement if you are talk with positive sentence. You can adding a complement, right? It's like you add a adverb of time. It's like I'm reading a story right now. Right now means it's a complement that that's a give clearly information or complete the information. Okay, next is negative sentence. Negative sentence is just how to say not in continuous tense. The main characteristic of the sentence form is presence of the word not, alright, located between be and the verb ing. So the form is subject, to be, or am, are, is, and then we need not after to be, and we continuing with verb plus ing, and we can adding the complement to in the end of the sentence. For example, I'm not reading a book, you're not learning English, or we are not studying a simple present continuous tense. It just like you're telling someone that you're not doing the activity at the moment. Alright, next. Okay, take a look at the interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence or question sentence come in two types. First is yes or no question, and second WH question. Okay, let's restart from yes or no question. Simply yes or no question is a question the answer just yes or no, and you can simply put to be, am, are, or is at the beginning of the sentence, followed by the subject and the verb ing at the end. It's like, are you watching a TV or are you studying? If we start with to be is like, is she reading a book? Is he driving a car? Or if we make to be it is jumping, it is dropping, or can be, am I walking, am I swimming? That's a yes or no questions. Okay, look at the table below. Interrogative sentence have a structure. In the first step is we add to be, am, or is, and then following with subject and verb plus ing, and don't forget to add the complement to make it the information clear. See the example.
Are you listening, blind girl? Okay, are they listening?
Alright, can you see that the first step, when you want to make a yes or no question, you just put to be at the first and following with the subject and then verb plus ing, and you can adding complement, no matter it's you want add a place or time, it's up to you. Okay, next. Oh, next is which WH question. From the text, we know that WH question are words like question with first word what, who, where, when, and why, and for and the last is how. It's like it's 5W plus H. Okay, to answer this, you just put the question word at the beginning before the to be verb, and then the subject, and the verb ing with complement, but the complement part is optional here. Like I told you before, complement is just optional. You can put it if you're partner is still don't understanding what you're talking, just to make it the information clear and complete. Let's see the table below. According to table, we know that first step to make WH question is we just put a word question like what, when, who, where, why, and you can put how for the first step, and then following to be, and then subject and verb plus ing, and the last sentence it's you can adding complement. Complement is optional to make it the information clear. Let's see the example here.
What are you doing here?
Really too.
What are you doing?
Setting rat traps.
It's like what are you doing, how do you do, or how's it going, or when you're arriving, or why you're sleeping, why you're reading, why you're, yeah, more example you can make with continuous tense and WH question.
Are you
Alright, let's do it summary. We can remembering again what we learned before. Okay, we have learned a lot, like formula about continuous tense, how to make it continuous tense, and what kind of continuous tense. Okay, let's see. Continuous tense have three kind sentence. It's what? Positive, of course, negative, right, and exactly interrogative. And interrogative it's divided into two again. First is yes or no question, and then WH question. I think it's enough for today. Thank you for your attention. I hope you like it, and I hope it can be boring and we learning together, right? I'm not teaching you and you're not my student. We're studying together, and thank you for Miss Fiza to give me opportunity to um, opportunity to learning again about continuous tense. So it's so grateful for me, and I hope do it well for this assignment. And thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And I'm Alexa from Information System. I'm Alexa from Information System. One from Information System 191825 class. Thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi